Hey besties, it's Rosie. Today I'm picking up on the energy of someone who is moving out of a period of stagnation. This could be something that has persisted for quite a while or something that has only been going on for a couple days, I'm hearing. Bestie, Spirit is calling you to be courageous, to have the bravery and fortitude to move forward even after whatever setback you have just faced has knocked the wind out of your sails. I'm getting this message of even when you are a very calculated, in tune, talented marksman, you can still miss your target. No matter how good of an archer you are, no matter how in tune with the elements you are, a strong wind can come along and throw you off course. And that's just a natural consequence of living in a planet where so many pieces are working together. I think one of the reasons that human life is so bewildering for the person experiencing it is because down here on Earth, we're down here playing like checkers. We're down here playing like the little leapfrog game with the golf tees that you see at Cracker Barrel. And our souls are up there playing backgammon with the same exact pieces. Our understanding of like what is happening here is so rudimentary compared to what's actually going on up there. And as a human, you don't have the capacity to understand all of it. It would be the equivalent of trying to take like the Encyclopedia Britannica and like stuff it into the consciousness of an ant. It's not going to fit. And if it did, you would just ruin a perfectly good ant. So that is why, in order to be here, you have to find a way to become comfortable with not knowing, with uncertainty, with realizing that no matter how fully you prepare for something, executing it could result in it just not working out. And it doesn't mean that you were bad at it. It didn't mean that you did it wrong. It just meant that sometimes things don't hit the mark, and it's okay. It's a personal belief as to whether you think it was never supposed to or whether everything was aligning and it just didn't work out. This is the chaos timeline. Things aren't always going to work out, and you have to have an ability to roll with the punches to be okay here. That's just part of it. So I think that Spirit just wanted me to give you that gentle reminder that whatever it is you're feeling disappointed about, it's okay to feel disappointed, but you got to shore up those loose pieces and move forward, because that's just how things are here. This is the Wild West. You're going to have to develop a thicker skin. I'm seeing one of those children's toys. It's like Weebles Wobble, but they don't fall down, where you push them and they just kind of spring back up. Like that's how you need to be. You need to be able to just bounce right back when things don't go your way, because just laying down and accepting defeat doesn't serve you. Just because this attempt didn't work out doesn't mean that you should never pick up your bow and arrow again, All right, Spirit, any closing remarks for this collective? Bestie, I'm seeing that there's kind of two things going on here that I'm picking up on. Maybe this is for the same collective, maybe it's for two different ones, but on one hand, your manifestation powers, your creative abilities are destined to bring you financial freedom. So if you're getting frustrated with something that you're working on creatively and it's not like yielding the results that you want, just stay the course. Like that is an immovable point in the timeline that works out. Maybe not in the current form that it is right now, but it will. Like if you keep trudging along that path, if you're like, no, I am going to be a creative, I'm going to be financially free, like I will be supported in my ability to create, like just keep going. Be flexible enough that you can shift course when you need to, when there are obstacles in the path. Don't be so stubborn that you refuse. You're just like, no, there isn't. Learn to roll with the punches and swim with the tide. And just know that that is coming. Just because you've experienced a setback doesn't mean that it's not meant to work out. Sometimes there are just setbacks. Sometimes like a strong wind blows and a tree falls in the road and you have to clear it. It doesn't mean that you just turn around and like don't travel down the road. And the other message that I'm getting is you're going to be getting clarity around like a love situation. This could be like an actual person. I'm getting the King of Cups for the card for this, like a masculine. Or it could just be drawing like stronger boundaries around your own emotions and what you give that to. Bestie, I'm seeing that you might have a choice, actually. I'm seeing that there are like two masculines here. You've got the King of Cups and the King of Pentacles. So I think you're being asked to, really be honest with yourself about what is most likely to bring you long-term happiness. Let's say that there are two potential suitors here. One of them has mastery over the physical world. Let's say that they are wealthy, or let's say that they are just very established in the physical world. But this person might be a little bit cut off from their emotions. They might not be the most emotionally attuned person, but the way that they show their love is through resources. Let's say there's this other energy. Very emotional, very emotionally attuned to you, but might struggle with stability a little bit. The thing about the King of Cups is that they okay, these people are like arguing outside my car, and I feel like that's a sync for this person, not this person. I'm getting that with this King of Cups figure, you guys could argue a lot, and kind of what's at the source of that is like there's a great like sexual tension between you. Like if that energy isn't dealt with appropriately, that it could build into kind of just like arguments and bickering and like a mismatch in your energies. So okay, interesting message. Anyway, bestie, I think that you're going to have to decide which of those situations appeals to you, or the secret third option, which is neither. Maybe neither of those things have the correct balance that you are looking for in your life, but either way, I see you gaining clarity over that situation. Yeah, bestie. You've been trapped in this Eight of Swords energy. You've just been kind of in this mental conflict, but the good thing about being in the Eight of Swords is that you're the only person keeping you there. At any time, you can just decide to burn it away and transcend. And I think what's interesting is behind that is a third character. You got a King of Wands now. Bestie, what is going on in your love life? Okay, I think I'm going to leave the message there. I love you guys. If this resonated, if you're in some weird, crazy love triangle, tell me. I would love to hear about it. I am a Gemini. I'm always down to listen to the tea. So